So, well, good morning, everyone. Sorry, it's a good night. No, it's a good evening. Good evening, everyone. And today, I again in front of you. Now, let's suppose the next question of interviewer is what is Redis and why you have used it and how you have implemented it. Okay, sir. Let me explain. First of all, what is Redis? Mr. Redis is an in-memory database that stores data in key value pairs. Key value pairs means here in my project, uh, it is stored as the key, the Redis key is generated using the hashing. With each cache key, there is the AI-driven analysis which is generated by the uh, LLM API will be stored with this key. For example, suppose someone uh, paste their source code and the analysis AI-driven analysis are returned to the user, and also that response is stored in the Redis. How it is stored? First, the key is generated. How key is generated? Key is generated by the help of hashing. Uh, it takes the type of language, the language of the code plus the code, and using the hashing algorithm SHA 256 and hash E that will generate a unreadable format string that is known as cache key. Using that cache key, we stored in the Redis the generated response corresponding to that key. If suppose now again the same code is submitted by the user, then again the Redis key will be recreated and matched with the stored key. If the key will be matched, it means cache hit. If cache hit, the response will be uh, generated by the or respond by the Redis cache instantly within the 50 milliseconds instead of calling the LLM API, which takes 2 to 3 seconds. That's why we have, I have used the Redis cache as it reduced our redundant LLM code by 60%. Then suppose interviewer asks how you measure this 60% of redundant code uh, is reduced or not. My answer, sir, basically I have logged 100 submission code. Out of 100, 60 submission will get the cache hit, and the answer generated by the API within the less than 50 milliseconds. From that, I have concluded that out of 100, we have 60 cache hit. It means we have uh, redundant 60%. We have reduced the redundant API call by 16%. That's I have measured. So that's all about the Redis cache. Now, once again, I have to revise the my project. So let's start explaining my code sense project. Uh, code sense project. Okay. Code sense project is a powered code review backend API, which is built using the Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB, Redis cache, and TypeScript. A, these projects solve a very simple real life problem, that is uh, solo developers and small teams often lack the senior code review. Uh, the code sense basically bridge that gap by accepting the code via REST API and generate the response AI-driven analysis, which includes the bug, uh, complexity analysis, security vulnerabilities, and refactoring suggestions. Technically, I have integrated the Cloud LLM API with a structured prompt engineering across 5+ languages with um, a stream response for the low latency UX. For to optimize the cost and performance, I have used JWT authentication, where to optimize the cost and performance, I have implemented Redis cache as already discussed. How Redis cache worked. It reduced the redundant API calls by 60% uh, to for the security and scalability. I have implemented the JWT authentications, uh, rate limiting, input validation, centralized error handling, and all the project deployed on render uh, using Docker and CI/CD pipeline with GitHub Action. As a result, we have production grade AI powered code review system. That's all about my project. And thank you. That's all about today.